What's up, guys? We're back.
Intro Bridgie. Slap the table again.
Hi, hello, everyone. We're returned again and again.
We haven't left
Until
just
one day we
yet.
just don't come back.
Dude, holy crap! That's literally what we did the last time.
We said we're back and then
We won't abandon you again. We're not like those types, you know, like the dads who say they're, I'm gonna go get a cigarette pack.
We came back with
it's like father left with the milk 10 years ago.
Comes back
He still hasn't returned.
Because I was like, oh son, sorry, I'm a douchebag now. Smoke some vapes.
You can say we're not ghosting anyone this one.
Yeah,
They definitely aren't. Because today, what are we talking about, boys?
talking about some
Paranormal shit.
Paranormal
Demons.
Storytellers.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about the paranormal stuff because we already talked about UFOs. So, you know, we thought, let's go even further. Because, I don't know, we've seen some shit, I think.
I guess.
I guess.
Maybe.
I've seen some shit.
As a
But,
kid.
yeah, today we're going to be talking about ghosts, demons, all that shit. And let me start off. Do you guys think that ghosts and demons and all that spooky stuff, do you guys think that's real? You think it's legit?
Well, I have not had any experiences with like paranormal wise, you know, nothing spooky and shit ever happened to me. But like, you know, at the same time, I like, you know, think it is a possibility of like, you know, like a different kind of realm of, you know, beings and like ghosts and afterlife could exist, you know. But you know, you guys ever watch those ghost adventure things?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Dude, not
Yeah.
good.
Ghostbusters. There's another one of that.
There's a thing about ghost adventures or something, and then they just like they record.
Yeah, they go to
Yeah,
like
where they go
stages.
into like
Yeah.
abandoned
Yeah.
places and everything.
What was that one with the guy? It was a duo with a girl and a guy. Chick was hot. The guy was like, yeah, they used to do this thing where they go to like random. It was mostly in Europe and other places. They go to these castles and how places back from like back in the days when they
Was
had
that on
like,
YTV?
yeah, it was on YTV.
Oh shit.
I don't know what it was
Is it
called.
is it the black guy and the white girl?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
it was.
Mystery Hunter?
That's
Mystery Hunter.
Mystery Hunter.
Mystery Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. He was gorgeous.
There was,
He's
there was
actually not bad looking.
dude, there was the other.
I was
Do you guys remember the other like
Martin
YTV?
Street.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, the other ghost hunting show where they literally send like kids into like these haunted places and they'd have like the parabolic microphone
What the fuck?
and all types of shit. There was that one dude who looked like he was from like one of those 2000s boy bands who was like the host. Oh fuck, what's it
That shit in
called?
the past now.
They were using kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like teenagers going in there. All I remember,
that.
dude, in YTV, like
I don't remember.
there was this one episode. This girl like goes into like this like old ass Confederate looking place, right? There's like a dent in the bed that was like shaped like someone was sleeping there, right? So she goes in there, she's like standing next to him. She's like, oh my god, I see a dent in this bed. It looks like a human. And then the guy in the van who's like talking to her explaining, he's like, well, it's funny you say that because that was the exact same room that this woman who owned the house, she died in her sleep there.
That's how these things usually
It's
go.
like,
right?
she was like, oh my god,
The girl has like.
I'm feeling emotional here. And she started fucking crying.
I mean, I would shoot my pants if the guy was fucking me like that.
Yeah, I would just leave. I'm like,
Yeah,
just
okay,
you know what?
thanks for the information. This could have been helpful, you know, before I saw the fucking bed, right?
Dude, but here's the thing. She fucking started crying because she felt like she had an emotional connection to the dent in the bed.
She won.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Totally.
Before she left, she literally put her hand on the dent and she's like, goodbye. And she
Oh my god,
walked
that's fucked up. She's haunted for life.
She's haunted for life. If there's actually a ghost there,
She
imagine
actually
like,
touched it.
yeah, she touched the.
I would
touch
touch,
the
like-
ghost, bro.
Fucking hell.
Ghost didn't even get consent. She was just like
Oh.
chilling there,
She's just like, bro.
just
Yeah,
touched
she
her
didn't-
titty.
Yeah, she didn't get consent to touch the ghost. That's
Goodbye.
fucked up.
That's fucked up. Cancel her. Who's this girl? Find her on cancel her.
Yeah, I think she won that like episode too, because they sent two kids like
Yeah.
separately, and based on how well they like find evidence of a ghost.
You mean how well they fucking act?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
How do you win at something like this?
yeah.
They probably
I was
do
there
these
to
things,
win.
That-
Oh, you got
emotional-
haunted. You win.
Oh my god, I see ghosts everywhere.
It's like, bro, it's like I'm tripping out.
Holy shit.
Give him some psychedelics.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think a lot of paranormal stuff that happens is mostly just people who are not in the right state of mind. For example, you know when like you lose family member or whatever, you start hearing things or seeing
Yeah.
things. It's mostly because you're vulnerable. Your mind is grieving.
Yeah.
So your brain is playing games on you. Same with like when you're alone in a forest and you're hearing shit. It's because you're terrified. There could be animals or something else. I think it's mostly just in the head.
Sasquatch.
But hey,
That's what you're
you
doing.
gotta start with the fucking Alberta accent.
It's a mighty big Sasquatch up in these woods there. Dude,
But have you guys ever had any, running with
you guys know about my
yeah,
personal
like the old
experience.
apartment shit, right?
Yeah, I've been, but that's the thing. You know how I talked about the last time about the red eye guy
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
through my window? I don't know if that's like a legitimate memory or if it's like a nightmare,
They don't
But
know.
then again, it was too real.
You know what I think it was? You said there was a fire, right?
But can it just be you seeing
No.
shit?
I think you just inhaled too much
Can it just
smoke.
be like you seeing shit?
Dude, okay, so let me tell you the whole story, okay? So this is the only reason why I kind of maybe believe in ghosts, alright?
Give him a little snippet.
Yeah. So I used to live in an apartment, right?
Still does, but
Yeah.
nothing wrong with
An apartment with a basement that's also on.
We don't need to give
We don't need to give it.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Conversation.
Oh my god, I'm not talking about this. Anyway, so yeah, when I used to live in an apartment, there was this bitch ass old lady who used to live like 5 doors down, and she fucking hated me and my friends and my cousins, because whenever we'd be up out in the hallway, doing dumb shit as
Rowdy
kids.
brown boys.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Hey, there's a Chinese guy with those two. Okay.
Okay, my fault.
Okay.
Didn't mean to assume.
Asians. Let's just actually is that more Asians or
I mean, yeah, okay. You know what? It's all
We'll
Asian.
save
Well, it doesn't matter who was
We're all from
involved.
the East. Okay,
What
anyway.
race.
So she hated us, right? So I didn't like her back either. It was very nice. But anyway, we started smelling eventually this weird fucking smell that was just popping up in our balcony. Right? It smelled like something fucking died. I'll just be straightforward. It smelled like something fucking died. So my dad went and he complained to the landlady. The landlady sent janitors to check the upstairs, like the 11th floor rather than the 10th floor, right? Because I don't even know what reasons. Apparently, like all the 10th floor places were occupied.
What smell usually rises? I just think because there's like wind and shit.
maybe the people.
Maybe like they thought that
Maybe it was-
since
it
there were
depends. Yeah.
since there were a few empty places above, it was just wafting down.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah,
Rats or something.
like a fucking pigeon got stuck up in
That's
one of the apartments. Right? They checked the apartments, there was nothing fucking there. Right? So the smell's getting worse, and my dad and this other dude who lived like the other side of our apartment, they went and complained again. She sends the janitor to check for any type of gas leaks. He doesn't find anything, right? So now like it's pretty much gotten really fucking bad. Now the smell is in the 10th floor hallway, right? So there was this day where my friends and I, we were pretty much like, it was winter, right? So we were in my like house, and my friends and I were playing video games, right? We were playing Kingdom Hearts, right? My friend was like losing his shit over fucking one of the secret bosses in Kingdom Hearts, right? And he was being loud as fuck, like mad fucking loud, right? I go and I'm like chilling with these guys. We're just watching one of my friends like freak out, and all of a sudden I hear a knock at the door. So I go and I open the door, and it's the old lady. And the old lady is like, I can hear you guys. You're making a lot of racket. And I was like, all right, I'm sorry. I'll tell my friends to like calm down. It was really fucked up that she came to my door. That was my first thought, like, how the fuck you hearing me, you know? But I told her that, like, I'm sorry, I'll tell them to, like, calm down. And she was like, this is the last time I'm ever gonna tell you this. If you keep this up, you're gonna regret it. And then she walked off. And I was just like,
You've been regretting it since.
what the fuck is wrong with you first? You know, it felt like a threat. So I went to my friends. I was super pissed off, and I was like, yo, let's fucking go down to the park, or let's go to Patrick's house. I don't want to deal with her coming back to my apartment, right? So yeah, we fucking left, right? So eventually it's Christmas time, and my family and I were getting ready to go to a fucking party, right? So right when we're getting ready, my next door neighbor comes to our place, other dude who complained about like the smell. He comes to our apartment and he was like, he talked to my dad and he was like, hey yo, did you notice that the smell is coming like particularly from that old lady's door? Like when you walk past it, that's when it's the strongest. I called the fucking police because the landlady isn't doing jack shit, right? And yeah, the police come, they knock at the door, we're all like kind of like peeking through, watching as we're getting ready. They break through the fucking door and they find her dead. And then, oh god.
She's been dead for time.
Yeah, so yeah, my
Smelling.
dad and the other neighbor, they go talk to the police. I go with them. Because I just want to hear, because I literally saw her last week-ish, right? And they were like, oh yeah, she's probably been dead for like 3-4 weeks.
That's chopped.
And I was like, I like kind of pulled at my like dad's shirt, and I was like, hey, but I saw her like last week. She came to our door. She was like mad at us for being loud. Like, and he was just like, yo, go back right now. I was like, no, you gotta listen, right? Like, what if she got killed or some shit, you know? Like, and that was the first thing floating through my mind, that like the police were maybe wrong, you know? But they, like, I never got to see it. Thank fucking God.
That's chopped still.
Yeah, so I went back home during the entire Christmas party. You know what? During that day, that party, I fucking got this huge ass like set of crayons and like pencil crayons and markers and all this type of shit that came in those huge boxes. I won that, right? I wasn't fucking happy because I was traumatized that I'm gonna go home and see that lady again. And for the entire time that I lived in that apartment, I never walked past that door until the very last day that I was there. Until then, I would go down to the 9th floor and then I would take the elevator down. Cause I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to ever fucking risk it. It like nowadays, when I think about it, it pisses me off because I've never had another experience like that ever again. And I never learned about, like, I went and I checked obituaries. I've like looked, like, the name of the apartment, I'm not gonna fucking dox myself. Lady who died on the 10th floor. I'd like search on Google and shit. I've never been able to find anything. So I don't know if like the police like actually said some dumb shit, but the whole smell thing kind of makes sense then if she was dead for 3-4 weeks, right? So it's been the biggest mental gymnastics of my entire life for being a pretty scientifically minded person. It's super hard for me to get around that, and considering the fact that I never had another experience like that since then.
I think there has to be a logical explanation to it.
You know what I think?
What if she
goes
killed her
are-
husband and then he was already dead and then she killed herself?
No, she lived alone. She lived by herself. I
What
don't
if-
even think
what
she
if-
had any.
What if your
relatives.
neighbor, killed her, put like some fart sprays in there so it starts smelling for a bit, and then like,
I mean, I feel
What if you just wanted to play the best prank ever on me?
She pulled
like
it off.
killing an old lady.
That's not a good
Damn,
prank.
bro.
I mean,
No.
they're like on your deathbed, you're like fucking 80s, like
Some
what
guy
happened?
just comes
So the
like-
camera's out, just like, hey, prank you, bro.
This is the big longest living prank of human history, and you were
Guinness
just
World
a
Record.
part of it. Look at this old lady still alive. She comes in through the door. Hey, Fergie, on my fucking deathbed.
It's like, I wish you would have shut up.
Oh my god.
That's
I
nasty.
think you were. How old were you?
I think around 10.
Oh, okay, so you're pretty old.
Yeah.
That's-
It seemed too viscerally. It seemed like a mundane, regular thing, like a thing that would regularly happen if I had a like next door neighbor who was a fucking Karen, you know. Yeah, I'd expect something like that to her be like, "Hey, you shouldn't be playing your hip hop music so loud outside of the window."
Is that what she sounded like?
No, the
It's too terrifying to be
I don't want
Yeah,
that.
she might come back.
No, I'm not talking about you. Leave me alone. I'd never want to see
Next
that.
thing you should manifest inside of Perky. Your voice just starts.
If that happened right
That's
now,
a
I am
scary
running.
thought.
I'm like,
Scary
Barker, you good luck with
fucking
that.
thought, bro. That's too
I'm
scary.
sorry, but I'm locking you in there.
I'm just
Bro, I'm throwing hands. Fucking. At this point, I'm fucking 24. What?
Yeah,
I ain't scared of you. I can make as much noise as I want. It's just
Yeah,
throw all
she's a
punches
ghost,
at the
so,
air,
like,
bro.
you
Just
know.
don't do that side though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there has to be a logical explanation to that. It's just when you're a kid, you know, and I think as a kid you believe that to be true, so you kind of carry it along. I'm not saying you're lying; it's just more so
No.
psychological, right?
You know what I think? I think we just haven't found like a proper scientific
Reason for what
reason.
Because you know what? Because you're right. Because there's so many because you're not the only one. There's
We
so
don't
many.
know
so many
anything
stories.
So
yet.
many. Just like those UFO sightings, like some people aren't bullshitting. It's just some people
Yeah, there's
actually
some
see
legitimate
things, you
shit
know?
going
Yeah.
on, right? And I feel like the rarity of the way that it happened,
Is too.
I never saw anything like that ever
Yeah,
again.
it's too coincidental. And
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, it's just way too.
I mean, how could you expect that to happen though? Like,
Yeah,
I
it's something you
don't,
expect to happen.
but like, I'm not gonna be thinking that every person I meet on like the TTC is a fucking ghost. You know?
Oh, you just. we're gonna talk about Toronto. It's fine. You live in Toronto.
Yes.
Um,
I drive all the way here from Quebec.
8-hour dedication.
Le Québécois, I don't know the French.
This is why they want to disconnect from Canada.
Yeah, it's one of the whole countries.
It's not trying to be a whole ass country, man. You gotta stop attacking
Like,
these.
fuck these other Canadians. Always thinking they're better than us.
Oh man.
Remember that time they didn't give us ketchup?
Yeah.
I'll hold that against them
Ketchup?
forever. Yeah, remember that time we went to Ottawa and went to McDonald's to ask them for ketchup? They didn't give it to us?
Yeah, remember that?
Like, only
Remember
one
that time we went to
of
remember that time we went to LCBO and they fucking stopped us like we were criminals.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's more
That was
racism
fun.
than like anything else.
We'll talk about it.
And then next thing you know, we bought like 5 bottles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That was fun.
I'll
I
check
think it was
back
mostly
and
because
shit.
Purge didn't have his ID.
I didn't have my ID.
I know, but like, look at him.
yeah,
Look at
but
me.
we were like, we're 22, right? It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
We had ID. They were just being assholes.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
we're
were
all
just-
22 and we have that one friend that's like, underage.
He's actually above age.
Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
oldest
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
person here. And they were like, sorry, you have no ID.
I mean,
How do I know you're not a ghost? Huh?
What if she was a ghost?
What if she was late?
She saw you and then she's like, bro, this is the guy.
This is the guy.
This is the guy.
This is the guy who sees the ghost.
Oh my god.
The ghost whisperer.
Don't let him have any.
I'm the one who goes.
I've never personally had anything like that. As a kid, I used to see shit.
Yeah.
Like, you typical, okay, you gotta stop. Take,
It's a ghost, bro. It's a ghost.
Stop it, that's right.
Stop playing with the ghost.
No, I think, as a kid, we used to see shit. The hooded, the fedora guy, all the time, right by the bed. Like, it usually be allowed to wake up at. It's always at a certain time too. A lot of people see it. Apparently, there's always
It's
this one
like-
image of
yeah.
this dude who's got a trench coat and like a fucking hat.
And it's always like a shadow.
I never
It's
seen
always
shit like this
shadow.
too. I'm saying, I've never seen
I've
shit
never
like this.
seen something paranormal.
I think it's because
ever
like
happen. I don't know.
even now, but as a kid, my imagination was really fucking big,
Yeah.
and I
I had
that
stranger danger on the mind for a long time when I was a kid.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I think it contributes. Like, I think the environment you grow up in contributes a lot of what you see.
Mhm.
Because
Like,
Yeah.
I imagine shit, but like I've never seen anything. Like
I
that.
used to like it was always at a certain time. It was like usually 3 or 4 a.m. I'd wake up randomly. It's not like someone woke me up, but it's like you just like you had a good night's sleep. You just wake up naturally. It was like that, but at fucking like middle of the night, like 3 a.m. And then I'd be like I usually see him with my brother, my twin, so he'd be on he'd always get the fucking wall, like you bastard. I don't want the wall. I gotta be beside the door where the fucking fedora man's trying to rape me. You know? But I just like look and it was fuck, cause it was vivid. I'd see like a shadow, silhouette.
What's the meaning of the fedora and the
I don't know. I never actually tried to Google it, but I think it has.
Yeah, Russian hitman.
I think it's just like from what I see, it's shadow.
I think it has to do something with like our biological being because a lot of kids see it, and it's usually similar things, right?
It's probably like just something that we kind of never got rid of from our Neanderthalic days.
That
Where
might be true. Maybe a wolf or something, chilling by the.
You guys want to know something crazy about ADHD?
What?
So, a lot of people apparently like who have ADHD, they like spending their time awake at nighttime. Like their circadian rhythm. Yeah.
It's always up at night.
I don't know. Okay, I've been thinking about maybe going and doing some brain things.
To be honest, I enjoy my nighttime more than my daytime.
Nighttime is just so calm.
Yeah, it's just your own little.
You know,
It makes sense, but like,
it's
you gotta
like.
sleep.
That's where all the ghosts are.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, but here's the thing about ADHD. Let me just So a lot of scientists think the reason why ADHD is even a thing is just because humans in the past were super hyper aware.
Yeah, that's.
If you were living in a cave, someone had to fucking stay up and
also
kind of watch for the entire night, you know?
Yeah.
And
They didn't have cameras and shit.
yeah, you know, the sleep soundly thing is only kind of very recent when you really think about it.
Literally, not even like even like 100 years ago, they were still kind of worried like, yo, I might get like bombed or some shit, like during wars and crap.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you gotta take it like nowadays, it's usually we're in the most peaceful time of humanity, And I think we take that for granted, but like you're right. I think that might actually have something to do with it because. Think about it, they were hunters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hunters, they were living in the wild, not like buildings and shit, So they had to be aware of what the hell they were sleeping beside.
Like we were literally animals.
Yeah.
We were like every other animal. Like if we saw a fucking lion,
we fuck it.
no, the lion would fuck us, bro. What the fuck you
I don't
got?
think.
Holy shit, bro.
Someone died to find out, right?
Dude, just imagine being an ancestor like 3 million years ago of ours. Just sees a fucking saber-toothed motherfucker just gnawing at one of your like fellow primate brothers.
Like,
You're just like, oh shit, I don't have tools yet. Might as well fucking run like a
Right.
You had something to say, right?
Oh no, I was just gonna say like the other day I had to pee, right? It was like nighttime. I get up out of my bed and I open the washroom door. And I turn the light on and I see like something in the window like moving, right? I'm like, it looks like it's like I always think logically, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking it looks like a tree branch or something like blowing, but there's no tree beside my house. There's no tree there, right? So I'm literally there for like 10 seconds staring at this. I'm like, is this me in the shadow? I'm like moving my arms and shit. I'm like, this is not my shadow. This doesn't make sense. It's behind the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
So my heart starts racing. I'm like, nah, this is sus, right? So okay, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I go over there, I fucking open the window, and it's fucking pitch black. So I'm like, okay, yeah, what the fuck could it be? And I close the window and it's gone. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go pee and brush my teeth now. So I'm like,
Shadow ghost.
yeah, it's like, I don't know. No, it didn't look like anything. It looked like a tree, but there's no tree beside my house near the washroom. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
It was like right after you woke up.
No, it was nighttime, like, you know, doing my morning routine, in the washroom, cleaning up and
Oh
stuff.
shit.
So it was just weird. 'Cause,
Dude.
like, it was moving, but it wasn't me
Yeah.
like
those movements.
making the shadow, right? So it was just weird because I'm like, also the glass of the window is frosted, so you can't see anything.
Mhm.
So it had to be like probably like
It
a
had to be
towel
like a
or
s-
something, or I don't know, some entity was in
You
the
just
washroom.
turn
I don't
around,
know.
your dad's
Super
fucking waving a towel
solid.
behind you.
Yeah, but nothing happened. So
Wait, your washroom's on the second floor too, right?
yeah, like,
Do a
Oh,
floor.
that
you
means
know
there was like
floor
a
above
7,
that, right?
8 foot
No.
motherfucker just like being like.
yeah, right, some titan or some shit like fucking outside my window.
It was
Oh,
one of
it's
those
fucking
like, you know those like things that
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the car wash thing.
Yeah.
No, the fucking wacky waving inflatable man or something.
Yeah. So, it's a ghost of that.
No, it's just strange.
Dude,
Well, you gotta take the fact that like we're more logical people now compared to like back when they didn't have technology and shit. So imagine like you're walking down the street and you see something like that. Back then,
like a wave floating back?
no, just yeah, sure.
Like a ghost wave.
Yeah, like or something paranormal. You like have they would have probably associated with like religion or
Yeah.
something that they could try to make sense of.
Witches,
Try to make sense of.
demons.
Well,
Yeah.
what if they said that and the information is passed on, and then
Yeah.
that's the weed thing too?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's what it is. It's
Like most
yeah.
demons and
People
ghost
just
things
make up
are
shit too.
stuck with religious like
Yeah.
connotation. You know, like
Mostly Christianity.
you see a demon.
Cross.
But
Why can't I- why
apparently
can't I
it works,
pull out
right?
a
In the
holy
movies
water?
and
Yeah.
everything, it works like holy water fucking.
Yeah.
Why can't I
Yeah.
pull out like a
Yeah,
like a
it's
star of what's it? Star of yeah.
Oh, the Jewish people.
Yeah, what if I like pulled one of those? Would the demon still be scared, or
You
would he be
probably
like,
would.
ha ha ha
I mean,
ha?
technically they're supposed to be scared.
That's not a Christian
Yeah.
symbol, you idiot
thing is,
guy.
like,
And I'd just be like, it's the same. It's kind of the same religion, please.
I don't know. I've never had anything. I don't know. But if something happens, that's my go-to. I'm gonna make the cross.
No,
like,
just do
Imagine if you didn't
Kind of
accidentally you
Christian.
did the wrong side on the upside down.
It comes to
That's instant. He's just gonna smile. He's just gonna have a big ass grin on his
Hey, yo,
face.
free real estate. Let me
So-
jump on it.
Dude,
That's crazy.
I'm reading this manga right now called Berserk.
Oh yeah.
So there's
Is the author?
He's dead. Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. I like
yeah, so there's a certain arc where they deal with like heresy and witchcraft and like burning people on stakes and shit. And looking
Heresy.
back, that was such a scary time because
40K thing.
you know what it is though, right? The whole act of heresy is literally in people took it different terms, but a lot of people back in the day, like I don't know, 1300 even before then, what a lot of Christians took heresy as is not believing in God and Jesus Christ and whatever all that stuff is.
Yeah.
So it was fucked because you could literally be the best person in the neighborhood, having a good day, coming home to your wife, and then you, I don't know, maybe like
You accidentally be like, hey yo,
Yeah. Hey, yo, I saw
Bible,
this
you're-
no, literally. And then like your neighbor is just gonna go and tell the fucking Catholic
The
church
Catholic
they're gonna
church.
come and drag you out and burn you on a stake. It's fucked.
they first
And
they'll
then-
torture you for a few
Yeah.
weeks to make you renounce. So you're like, oh, I actually do believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
And then they'll
they
burn you
might
still.
burn you still.
They might burn you still.
Yeah. It wasn't about heresy. It was literally about power.
It's like, hey yo,
Yeah, it was
you do
scary
this shit,
people.
I'll burn
Yeah.
you.
They did it as a way of authoritarian,
Yeah,
I feel like you have to
Yeah.
believe this or else
Literally.
this is what's
And
gonna
it
happen.
fucking worked. Look at all the Christians running around now. I'm kidding. But, no,
I
like,
mean, oh my god,
and-
there's a lot to go into if you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about
That's an entire
that.
religious topic.
Yeah.
and there would be like in this manga I'm reading, there's this scene where this one guy, he basically, his mom was kind of really sick and shit, and she was like mentally ill, so he tried to take care of her, but he left, and then he joins the military in a sense, and then later on they found this mental asylum that she was in, and they apparently accused everyone of being heretics, so they're all burning all on stake, and they're like, the guy's like, oh fuck, that's my mom, right? So he's just like, that's my mom, but I can't do anything because if I try to associate with her, they're gonna think I'm a heretic and kill me.
Mm.
And then as he's like looking at her and he's getting like emotional shit, the leader of the military comes. He's like, "Oh, do you know her?" He's like, he immediately says like "mother" by accident, and the guy's like, he gives him a torch. He's like, "Listen, if you don't throw this torch at her, we're gonna kill you because we think you're a heretic." So he's got to burn his own mom now, right? So shit like that probably definitely happened in real life. Because think about it, like a family's grieving that their mother is being burned or dad, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, throw this and you'll look like you're part of the church," kind of thing, And you gotta do it. It's fucked up shit. Like I think, and the point I'm trying to make is like, people who die really immorally and like unjust and really fucked up, I kind of believe that like they leave a part of them here because you know they're like they have unfinished business.
Like
kind of
some,
shit, like,
I feel like
I
it's
think
more
that's
like
actually-
an imprint, you know,
Yeah.
like a data imprint.
it's like a mental thing that kind of like fucks with people, right?
Because think about it, like in reality, everything is information. Okay, everything is pretty much information. Like so there could be a very real sense that some type of information is overlaid over the fabric of the universe. I don't know. Okay.
2 dimensions.
This is a non-expert opinion, bro. Okay, all I think is like if say there was a war, right, and a lot of people kind of like died in that area. In a way, it was kind of like quick and fast in a way that some type of mental thing still doesn't leave. It's just kind of attached in a superposition. Kind of.
You know, to add on to that, I think we as humans, we kind of make places haunted in a sense that like another manga I was reading, it's called Kingdom, where there's this war happening, right, and enemy country was defensive. They had no fucking military, so you know the
Did they lie to make the place haunted? So
no, they literally
lost it?
they took all the citizens, they killed them and buried them as they were standing, and then for the rest of the manga, like you know, people think it's like a haunted place, and they gave them that haunted vibe. So over like years, people kind of associate that place with negative energy and being haunted. And
Yeah,
then,
that's
later on,
that's
and then-
kind of what I did with my apartment. I
think-
never
I think-
walked past that door ever
See,
again.
I think you
know?
made it like I think people make shit more scary than it is because that's just what we do as humans. You know, psychologically, if we can't comprehend something.
But that still doesn't
Try to-
explain the main thing
the
that
main
happened,
core of
right?
I think she just hated you so much she came back from the dead to fuck with you. And
That she
Went back
fucking
to die.
What did I ever do, man? I was
Maybe
like,
maybe it
You
was
think
like
she was a ghost when she came to you, or she was still alive when she came to you?
I don't
it
know.
had to be ghost because he smelled the
She-
smell. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. If we take the
Doesn't
smell into account,
Maybe she's time traveler. That is
what
pretty.
the fuck am I gonna regret,
Yeah.
lady? Come on.
Maybe like, what do you regret biggest thing of life?
The funniest. Okay, you know what? The
That's
funniest. The
that's a
funniest.
different
That's
the biggest
too.
regret?
That's personal attack.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Let's think. What's my
You don't have to tell the public that. It's way too vulnerable.
probably not being born a cat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Catholic.
Oh, that's the total opposite of what he stands for.
You have a choice, but
I mean,
do the right thing.
being born a Catholic would have made my life pretty easy too.
Yeah,
you know.
most. I mean, the chance of you.
I would have been like, hey, yo,
You know, free
hey, yo, Big Bang, what's that?
No, I think. What do you think, Andrew? You haven't said much
Oh,
about
what?
what
Yeah,
you
what
have
do you think
experiences?
about
The
ghosts?
only ghost thing I know is that when Michael Jackson died, that video that surfaced,
What?
when he was walking or some shit in his house or some shit.
Oh,
That's
I
the
saw
only-
that. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, that's so dumb. It was probably like light refraction
Life or something like that.
Wait,
that's
what?
the only thing that
Really?
I remember.
Michael Jackson? No.
It was 2007.
It was like
died,
2007.
Yeah.
I remember when he fucking died. That shit was sad for me.
That was-
Yeah, but like
I
as soon as he
thought
died, like, there was like
What
videos
is it?
of him like walking in his house.
Yeah, there was like videos.
There's just
like
like
moonwalking.
oh,
yo, wait.
Imagine just like,
Bro,
It was like, hey yo, I still got this.
he's just going.
It's a legend. It was just sleeping in bed like, fuck guys, having it.
yeah, but that's the only thing I remember from ghosts, and that's when I like started believing in ghosts a little bit more, but
After
not to a
he
certain
died.
extent like that.
Fuck, that man had influence on you.
That's the only thing I remember as. was
Dude,
I never
I'm
had
telling you.
experience.
If ghosts are real, fuck this staying at people's houses now. It's not owned by you anymore,
Gotta
okay?
pay rent.
You know what? Pay rent now.
Do you know what
We're
I
gonna
was-
build you robot bodies. We're gonna put you in there, and then we're gonna be like, you're back to life.
Yeah, come back to
I'm
society,
gonna
pay
say
taxes.
Pay your money. Pay your dues, you bitch.
Fuck, I don't think putting ghosts in robot bodies would be good. They probably murder all of us.
No, with
Or
restrictions.
they'd probably like shoot them.
With
Bro.
restrictions.
Oh, there's this
That's
funny
a
scene.
way to get rid of
Yeah.
restrictions on energy, but they'll die.
There's this funny scene in RoboCop 2. This old ass fucking movie. You guys have never seen it. I know that for a fact.
Next to RoboCop with the newest.
I
Okay,
watched
fuck that
RoboCop.
shit. I'm not watching that because that that one person who went to our high school.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the girl, right?
No, what's
Okay.
his name?
I'm not gonna
That's
say the
not
name.
say it, that's
We're
not
not gonna
say
say
it.
the name. But this
I
one
don't
guy,
think-
right? I hope he doesn't watch this video. But honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Probably not.
That's just not-
he was this one extra in the new RoboCop movie.
Did he die like first?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
And this guy he was in our film class, and I was with this guy's brother, right? And the whole last time he was like around us, he would be like, "Hey yo, do you guys know I'm in that new RoboCop movie? Yeah, I'm in a pretty big part. Yeah, like you see me on screen." And
No way.
at first, you know, when you hear that the first time, you're like, "Holy shit, that's so cool! What the fuck? You're in RoboCop?" You know? But the 75th time, what do you want me to say? You know?
Wait,
How many times do I have to say, "Okay, cool"?
He literally had a second in the movie. That's it.
Yeah.
he said something, he screamed and he
I
died.
He
Yeah,
screamed, pulled a gun out, tried to shoot the robot, and then he gets fucking plastered across the wall behind him. That entire like class gave me a super bad image. So bad that I didn't even give the movie a chance. Okay, you literally stopped me from watching a remake.
I don't want to see you for
most-
that 1 second. The whole movie's ruined.
dude. Honestly,
you should ask him what exact minute he's in. Just skip it.
Right?
the actors in the new RoboCop, like fucking sick ass people, like the dude from For All Mankind's in it. What's
Altered Carbon dude.
yeah, and
Oh,
fuck.
I like that shit.
Oh,
much
what's his name? What's his
He's
name?
also in Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
What's his name?
crap.
Quick Google search.
I don't know,
forgot his
man.
name.
Ed Gein.
What's
No, that's a serial killer.
He's in Suicide Squad. What is he playing on Suicide Squad?
The general, the major dude.
the
Yeah.
guy who controls all of them with the bomb necklace shit.
Sylvester Stallone.
Well, no, that's almost
Michael Rooker. Joel Kinnaman.
Also, what's that
David.
other guy who was in the movie?
Like,
Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman was in the movie too.
This guy
Okay,
Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman.
I wouldn't even have cared if it was a bad movie. I would have still watched it. But like the personal advertising that I got for an entire like
Semester.
6 months of class, yeah, it totally like stopped me from watching it. But anyway, RoboCop 2, yeah, there's this one scene where they're trying to replicate like this big bad company, you know, they're trying to replicate the RoboCop, right?
Yeah.
So they take a bunch of dead police officers and they try to put their brain into like little robot machine bodies to try to like make them the optimal cop, you know? Every time these motherfuckers would come out, they would shoot themselves or they'd kill themselves immediately.
What the fuck?
Right? Yeah, so I think like they like the awareness of the fact that they were dead and now they've been put into this like body that they can't really use like a regular body even. That fucked them up so much that they were just like, bye-bye.
I'm not about it.
I'm returning.
In that aspect, don't you think like I feel like modern medicine has in a way kind of fucked us over in the sense that the life expectancy has gone up so much, right?
Nah. I don't want to.
No, I'm talking about like the people who shouldn't. Okay, I'm not gonna say
Like,
who shouldn't
okay,
survive.
there's
Whoever's
some
like
things.
survive.
There's some things, okay, that I do like. People have messed shit up, like
Yeah.
people overusing antibiotics, right?
Yeah.
But medicine in general, things that make people live longer, I don't care.
No, I think it's good, but
As long as there's social implementations of like
I'm
things.
alluding to this one story I read.
Yeah.
This was like I think 2 or maybe a year or 2 ago. So fucked. So basically, this elderly man, his whole life was basically bound to his daughter, who was the main caretaker, right? And this guy was he was like in a comatose state, but he was aware. His brain is fully functioning, but this guy couldn't move his body. He's paralyzed.
Did he want
And
to do the assisted?
He didn't. So turns out like we didn't know what he wanted because he was a fucking vegetable state.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the daughter, in my opinion, was being very selfish. Where she was
Well, keeping him alive.
she was like, keep this man alive. It's my father. I want him alive. But this man lived for I think almost close to a year, just in his head. And I'm talking about stuff like that, where you know.
Yeah,
you can get
again,
used to
that's
it.
like
why.
a person doing a personal choice, right?
Yeah,
it's
but it's
because medicine, like every other like tool.
No, but I'm trying to bring this back to the ghost thing. Like shit like that, where even like.
I mean, if she did kill him like that, it would haunt her forever too.
No, because
Because, like,
no,
she-
yo,
I don't see it.
Really? Because I was.
there have been times where like you have to pull the plug.
Yeah.
Like literally,
You know?
when my grandfather died, like he was so fucked that the doctor was like literally like we tried CPR twice, we brought him back, but he told me and my mom and siblings, they're like
His brain.
There's literally no point of bringing him back because he's not gonna. His brain is like
Yeah.
fried.
Yeah.
He had
My
so much lost.
my grandpa pretty
that
much
his
same thing.
brain was
happened,
like damaged.
But she's the only one that was a caretaker for him, right?
Who?
Like that girl.
Yeah, it was his daughter.
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking like what if this man dies and then like he's just gonna fucking stay at the hospital? He's gonna be like, yo, like this bitch just took the whole life of my already non-existing life
Yeah.
and put me in a comatose state. You know, I wanna come back and fuck with their family or something like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like I think ghosts exist because they're resenting something.
Yeah. That's
Or-
true.
But then what about like those ghosts that are all like nice and benevolent, right? That
little
makes
kids,
no sense.
little kids, remember babies?
Oh no, fuck kids, bro. Yo, if I
kids.
see a ghost,
Dude,
demon
my,
ghost kid, I'm punting that motherfucker across the... I ain't even... Black-eyed children, more like I'm gonna give you a fucking black eye if you don't get the fuck out of my house, bro.
Probably gonna off my
Holy
son.
shit.
If any of my nieces or nephews do that shit, I am fucking never talking to them again.
Yeah, but you see kids like talking about like they see like they.
No,
see
but I
ghosts
see
and
YouTube
shit.
videos all the time. They're like, "Oh, mommy, like, hey, look, it's that man again."
Yeah, my
She'll
little
put it
cousin
on a
did that
fucking
shit.
wall, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
chill."
she'd be like
I
talking
would
to herself
disown
in
your
her head or
cousin.
something, or she'd be talking to someone else as like she had like a sibling when she didn't have a sibling.
Oh, I used to do
Stuff
that.
No,
like that.
there's a difference between talking to someone else and talking to someone as if like they see something.
No, but she would tell me like she's like, do you not see that person?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
bro, but I feel
Yeah,
like she's
your
fucking with
friends and
because
stuff.
like what the
Yeah.
fuck, right?
No, but the
Nah,
thing
that's
is, like,
kind of fucked.
kids,
Okay.
I swear, I think kids have access to something that we lose after a certain age, but like
Yeah.
they see some shit.
I remember here's another vivid memory that I somehow seem to have from my like early ass fucking childhood. But I used to have this blanket called
Blanket.
Shippa.
You name your
Shippa.
blanket?
Yeah, I named my blanket. This was early years. I think I don't even remember. Maybe like 4 or 5, right? I had this blanket, and fuck, I remember the blanket being a person. That's why I fucking named.
You
Right?
told me about this.
Yeah.
And then your parents took it away. And you had,
My
like,
parents
fucking-
took it away, and I had like they threw it away because I still don't know why. They said that the reason was because I would like suck on it, and it was making my teeth protrude out.
Yeah.
Right?
Why are you sucking on the
Weird
blanket?
relationship.
I don't fucking know, man. I would put it around my thumb, and I'd just apparently be like sucking on it. And while talking to like whatever the fuck, right?
That's
so
crazy, man.
so they threw it away, right? But after they threw it away, I apparently had a fucking mental breakdown.
That's
And
fucked.
I was
Actually,
fucking
can imagine that.
crying for it. I was like, where is he? Where's Chippa? Right? And then after like an hour, I completely apparently forgot about it and never talked about it ever again. Until
think
like
you
very
were-
recently where I had like a random mind thing.
I think you were traumatized, so you tried to block that.
Oh, you
out.
too attached to it, and then,
Yeah.
like, that's
Dude,
what it's called.
as a
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
Dude,
it's like
Sometimes
sometimes
I
I
anything and it goes away.
sometimes I
you're
crave
not
Chippa
gonna
back.
right?
I'm like, yo,
Jeez.
imagine if I found that blanket again, man.
suck the fuck out of it.
Yo.
You deserve that.
Oh no.
Rated R.
No man.
Yeah.
Nah, I'd fucking use it as a cape or some shit.
No, that's.
Goddamn.
I think that's the other thing.
I want it back. It's like something. It seems like visceral. to
Where
my
they throw it,
childhood.
like back home or here?
It's fucking probably gone, man. It's probably disintegrated to
Yeah.
dust by now.
Some other probably.
But I remember it
Some
so
other kids probably
vividly. It was like
sucking
this
on it. Sucking
light.
on
Yeah.
Yo, I'm
Yo,
sorry.
my fucking grandma gave away all my action figures I wanted to
Show
like
that
that.
In your comic books too, right?
Yeah, all that shit. It's probably worth a couple hundred now.
Yeah. Or more.
Or more.
That hurts so much. That actually like
But I think that's a good story because kids tend to, especially I find single children, like kids who don't have siblings
Yeah.
to play with, they start making shit up because
Yeah.
they need.
yeah, my
Yeah,
sister
yeah.
was
Because
an
they need-
asshole.
You're like,
Fucking hell, bro. She'd be like, hey, let's go put on makeup on your face up here. I'm like, oh, brother.
it's like, oh boy.
Dude. There's some weird fucked up.
I remember Raph said he used to invite me to his house to fucking box, and this man would literally make me hold a pillow and punch the shit out of it, and I'd just be like, bro, can I stop now?
So you were literally just a punch.
It's because you know why? Because again, he was a kid and he had a sister and a brother. His older brother's kind of much older.
Yeah.
Well, not I think like 4, but like you know he didn't have those things to do with the guys. So
Yeah.
he'd be like, yo, you're like my brother because we're
Yeah.
close, right? So come over, we'll play. I'm just got my ass beat up, but
Yeah, bro. Yeah, what is it with like my
Boys.
cousins would always try to like when we used to go to like our parties and shit, they would try to beat the shit out of me, but they were like tiny little children in contrast to me. So I just slap the fuck out of them. Be like,
That's just how kids
Yeah,
play,
kids
right?
play,
yeah.
Kids, I think even us now, we like to spar and
Oh yeah,
beat
that's
each other.
That's
up
true.
sometimes,
That's true,
Yeah,
bro.
that's true.
right?
That
It's
one
just
fight
like one
with
right
now.
Hassan and what's that guy who got thrown to the floor? I don't remember
we shouldn't
his
say his
name,
name,
but that was a very good fight.
I thought that
That was
a
fun.
couple weeks ago.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, dude,
yeah.
I wasn't there to see that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Was
Were
it
you not?
No,
Yeah, they
you
were
guys-
fighting in the goddamn
Oh,
wood
yeah,
chips.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're just really drunk and
It
stuff.
was like wood chips in my
Jeez,
car.
bro.
Yeah. I think children and
So
because I've heard really weird stories about like how like this one particular story comes to my mind. I don't know what it is, but it's always stuck with me. But this lady had a, I think, brother or husband or someone who died in war, like he was in the military or whatever, and then she has a child who apparently has a lot of this dude's memories. Like this kid can recite shit that only he would know and only the family would know,
Yeah.
and no one's ever talked to him about it. Stuff like that. It's fucked. It's either they're bullshitting and the kid just overheard somewhere, or like maybe there is stuff like
what do you
souls
think?
Yeah, that's
Souls passing out.
Hold up. What do you think about those like fucking movies that are like the Christian film people? They produce like the ones where that like a kid would like hit his head and he would go comatose for a week or something. And doctors are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't save him."
Miracle.
And then he comes back and he was like, "I went to heaven and I saw
Yeah, but-
all of the people.
But they were
I
not
saw
even
your
serious,
mom,
right?
dad. I saw your dad, mom.
Shit like that, yeah.
I saw World War II."
I like.
Like
What are you gonna say to that? Like, you can't fucking call the
say
kid
that.
a lie.
I mean,
Yeah.
what if this kid just had a super fucking vivid ass dream while his brain was trying
be
to repair
honest,
itself?
we will never know what it's like to, those last moments of someone dying or when they're, confronting the aspect of death.
Yeah.
Because, you can never go that far and survive it. And even if you're a kid and you survive, who the fuck's gonna believe you?
Yeah, that's
There's gonna be this kid just dumb or like you just saw shit because he's a child, right?
Yeah.
But hey, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
I mean, kids say some such shit.
But then,
that's
yeah,
the thing
that's,
too.
the,
Yeah.
that's
But
the thing.
they always
Kids
take with the grain of
say-
salt, right? They never
kids
take them
say some
serious.
shit,
So
man. I don't know.
What about demons?
Demons. I think there's like
it's
energy.
just like it's like a form of ghost, pretty much.
Yeah, I think there's like
evil,
like
It's
negative
an evil
evil.
spirit type.
Like like stuff like cursing people and shit. Like and you have like those evil eye kind of stuff.
I don't believe in
I
that.
don't believe in that, but I think there is some kind
I don't
of.
believe in karma either. I don't think karma is real. I just think that
I think there's a negative energy
Yeah,
kind
there
of
is.
source.
there
in
is
life,
something. I don't know, cause I don't know if you guys have ever like gotten your palm read or something. Those tarot
I had
card
that done in
people.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
like
don't know.
next level,
Sometimes
right? Like, they're
they
trying
say something that kind of like is like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do you know this?
I have the
right?
funniest story.
Pretty
That's the
much.
thing. My palm reader didn't say anything of value.
Was it Sri Lankan?
Yeah.
Okay, I have the funniest story from my mom went to fucking get hilarious. My mom was sad. She went to get her palm read because she's like she's never done it. She doesn't believe in all that shit. But and she was telling me she's a dude. I'm like, why are you doing it? She's like, I just want to do it just to see because it's 20 like I think
Fuck
50
it,
bucks or whatever.
yeah.
She goes and the guy's like, so you have 4 kids, and she's like, is that all you're gonna say? She's like, do better, like trying to convince
But the guy doesn't know though, right?
No, but like it's pretty fucking like. The thing is, you can like a lot of these guys, they're just very good at reading
Yeah,
people.
they're good.
Yeah, you can
So,
make assumptions.
You can make assumptions. He asked him questions, right? And then like he told her that apparently when we first moved into this apartment, someone left like a bad omen, and she said it was like wrapped in a sari or some shit in her house. So my mom went through all the saris, found nothing, And then she doesn't wear saris, fuck's sake. But yeah, like stuff like that. And it's just like, and then he's like, oh, as soon as you get rid of that, you're gonna be good. Like life's gonna get a lot better. And like I'm like, we didn't do anything. Life's been pretty solid. So I don't know.
Obviously, there's like those scammer ones,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I think that guy's.
But there's also people that that say something,
It's
and you're like,
yeah.
there's no way they
That
would have
you
known
know
this
Yeah,
information,
Yeah, that's pretty true.
and they just like read my hand and just looked me in the eyes and just assumed it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing
That's
about
fucked up.
palm readers. Palm readers, like, they never actually like try to find out who you are. It's more like what do the lines like predict for your future. So like the whole time that I was getting my palm read, the lady was just like, you like go. You're very like rambunctious or whatever. You don't
Well, she's not
you don't
wrong
listen
there.
to people often.
What does rambunctious mean?
I don't know. Fucking know.
That's not like a big word for a small
It's like
kid.
a rowdy, kind of like just kind of go for it type of.
I don't think I'm a go for
No,
it
I don't
type
think-
of
they're
guy,
just pretty
man.
reserved.
Yeah, like
That's
maybe in
No,
high
you
school
kinda
I was a
are.
go for it type of person,
Oh,
but
no.
Nah, you're a go for a person, bro.
what? When the fuck have I been a
You
go
kind
for
of
it?
are.
I don't want to say it, but you
Like
were.
there's a lot of things.
There's
that
a
we
lot
could
of things that I
say
have done. Okay.
that
You
kind of
go
like
for
it's
it.
like kind of having that impulse thing,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much,
It's
yeah.
like,
Okay, yeah, okay, you got me. But that's like you could probably see that off me, okay?
No, but like think about it. How old were you when she was reading your palm, right?
This was when I went to Sri Lanka, so I was like 8. Oh, fucking hell, how long was this ago? 3 years? 2014? 20.
2021?
No, no,
Oh,
20,
you went to Sri Lanka.
2021, like somewhere around that age, not 2021 as in.
So like 18, 17, somewhere there. I remember you
I
went
remember
to-
that month that you were
Yeah,
gone.
it was like
Yeah,
you saw
yeah.
TVs and shit.
Yeah.
It was like 2017, 18, somewhere there. It has to be 17, I think.
Yeah.
Or even 16.
I don't know.
It was
One of
during
those.
university,
Yeah,
that's all I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
But pretty much she was like, oh, you don't listen to people often.
You
You're
got that right.
you're but you're gonna achieve great things and blah blah basic bullshit,
Did you
right?
ask her these specific, like, what do you mean by great things? Like,
I kind of just listened,
oh,
but
okay.
I felt like she was bullshitting because when she was talking to my sister, she was being way more accurate. Like she was telling specific things. She'll be like, "You'll get married to this type of person. You'll have this many amount of kids. You'll go into this line of a job." Like that. That's how she was talking to my sister. But with me, she was
What's the
being
job, right? Did she say hospital or medical field?
she medical.
She said medical.
Yeah. And see, they didn't know that, right? But with me, she was being super vague with it. So
probably
either
saw
she
it.
couldn't
You're
read
hard to
me at
read,
all,
yeah, you're hard to read.
Yeah.
or I'm gonna end up being like the next Stalin. And y'all better be ready for the wrath
Pretty
I'm about to
accurate.
bring.
I don't
bro.
know. There's like a 50% chance.
I hate Stalin, alright? Emperor of mankind, though.
She probably saw like a demon or something on his shoulder. Just wanted to get
Yeah,
the
she
fuck
wants the
out.
death of the
Hey, yo.
apartment.
Yeah,
lady.
she's like,
yo, it's like,
She's like,
this
I
guy
can't
sees
read
ghosts.
Oh,
something
fuck.
interfering your
Oh, bro, fuck. Oh,
She's interfering your reading.
Dude, what if she's trying to read you and the ghost just
And it's
stares
just
at
like
her?
she's reading
hers.
her.
Oh my god.
You're
She just
seeing
sees her face instead of mine every time she like looks up. Oh my god.
her.
Damn, I got a late old ass
Oh, it's not
woman
good.
stuck to me now.
She's protecting you. She's your guardian angel. She's got your back no matter what.
Hey yo, gang shit, give me some dabs. Where you at? Yo, protect me from the jizz aliens. Real threats, man. Holy crap. Yeah, but I don't know. I think palm readers and all that shit is bullshit.
I think it's bullshit to a certain extent, but like,
Energy, yeah, energy obviously exists.
yeah, energy. It's
But
it's
I've
everywhere,
never
bro.
heard of negative energy. I don't think that's even possible.
I think it's
That's negative.
Like scientifically, it's not possible.
Yeah,
You're
because no one knows
taking.
about it, right?
yeah, no one knows about it.
Or it hasn't been looked into.
Here's the thing: you can use negative energy hypothetically to create a wormhole.
Yeah, so what if that wormhole leads to like
So you're
Ghost.
so demons
ghost
are
rider.
then interdimensional
Beings.
species.
They could be. 'cause
They're
they
not
go anywhere
actually
anytime, right?
ghosts.
Yeah, they just kind of slip into the portal
Yeah.
box.
They're kind of like them jizz aliens.
there could be a whole like other. We could go into so many.
What if the
from-
jizz aliens and the demon dimensional drifters are working in cahoots?
I had a cool theory though. Like, what if
We're
like
fucked.
And we're
you guys see this room, right?
Absolutely fucked.
What if there's another version of this room, like that's kind of existing, kind of like a shadow, in a sense, and we can't really see it.
that's
and
a multiverse.
They can't
That's
see
weird,
us, but then like sometimes it kind of seeps through, you know, and that's when you see a ghost.
That's
or
when you see
whatever.
something in the mirror or like the window.
Yeah,
that's what
or like
deja vu
Ooh,
is.
that's just
something.
another version of you entering the washroom at the same
That's
time.
different.
But instead of you walking to the
Yeah,
sink, it's
that's
you walking
insane.
towards the washroom.
It's like
the
another.
toilet.
You just kind of like see it for a brief second because whatever
That's
something
insane.
happens.
Dude, you know what's actually weird about that?
That'd be cool.
I'm a night guy. I stay
I
up
think I
until
got
5
that.
a.m.
I kinda got that.
most days because I'm a fucking animal. Anyway, so every time I always walk to the washroom, when I'm walking down that hallway, I have this urge to like, I would be walking straight, but then I would go around something. Like something's there. it's just an urge. I never walk straight towards the washroom and then go inside. It would be walk and then kind of like do a little swerve and then I would continue and I'd walk to the washroom. I don't know where that habit came from.
Maybe just.
I think it's no. I think it's because I got used to June. Like I got used to June being there at night.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But for the longest time before I like thought about that,
You know,
I was like,
The old ladies there.
is there why do I keep doing this? Is my like other part of my brain seeing something that I
One day this
shouldn't?
guy just sits.
It's like
One day I'm just gonna be walking. I'm just gonna hit a wall. and I'm just gonna be like,
A Rasta moment.
It's like
tits, saggy tits. Like the old lady just fucking bad at
that's so fucked.
so That's so
Ghost
fun.
old lady tits.
Fuck, it could even be good to
Oh, you know, maybe she like goes back to a younger age when she.
Minutes, bro.
Damn.
keep you guys entertained.
We kept ourselves entertained.
Yeah.
Ghost today's.
Yeah, so that's kind of covers most of the ghost topics.
What do you think about like tomatoes?
Would you want to
I
get
think
ghost?
they're pretty ghostly.
After that.
Yeah. Oh,
After that,
Would you want to get ghost?
Depends
after
on what kind of ghost. If I'm just some
is ghost like purgatory? Is it like a temporary
Yeah.
that? I
situation?
mean, you can be whatever you want. If you want to haunt people, you can haunt people too.
No, I want to
There's
be a
different versions
ghost
of ghosts, yeah.
that can like possess people. I would possess people and just fuck with someone.
Oh, I wouldn't want to fuck with
Yeah, I
free
don't
will
fuck
like
I think
that.
let's be on the good side of Slaney just in case.
I would possess like like Vladimir Putin style as aspects. And then just,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, we just thought anyway too.
Dude,
one day
you know
you
how
make him like run around the house naked. Just,
you know how Putin's
Oh, God,
body's
he's
like
gonna kill
I mean
He's gonna
not
fucking kill
Putin,
me.
not Vladimir Putin.
Yo, cut that out, please. He's gonna fucking shit.
Yeah, he's gonna
I'm
call.
talking about Lenin.
He's like, can't risk it.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Assassinated.
Okay, imagine like you were a ghost and you saw like Lenin's embalmed body, you know, because they had his body embalmed. Stalin had his body embalmed and it's still there.
Really?
Yeah. You imagine you go to the
Embalmed doesn't like.
If they just preserve it,
taxidermy
Oh, that's
essentially,
true.
yeah. Yeah, so they like he's been preserved pretty much perfectly. Imagine a ghost just like possesses that and then breaks out the fucking
That's overpowered.
It's
That
like,
could be
guys,
a movie right there.
Yeah, it's literally
Oh my god, the return of Lenin.
a really bad movie,
it's like that's
but
Netflix, so you might get
Oh my
a couple
God.
money out of that.
Netflix will take it.
Will take
To
it.
be honest.
But there,
Ah,
yeah, there's another thing I want to talk about. Speaking of embalming, right? You see that like there's some statues that cry blood and shit like that.
yeah, so okay, there's this thing in Sri Lanka, this cow statue.
Yeah.
Apparently it grows and shrinks or whatever. I don't know about that, but this one day the statue of Mary started crying blood. It was like on TV and shit. And it turned out it was a fucking hoax and some dude just put like turnip juice or something. It was fun. And I'm like, and then after that I'm just like, okay, this guy just discredited a whole religion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
That's
take it.
fucked.
If something even actually happens like that, they wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
gonna-
because this guy did that. Right?
Really odds of that
Actually,
happening, though.
every time there's actually a ministry that exists. So every time that a person sees Mother Mary somewhere, if they have like a vision in a particular place, they are allowed to go to this ministry and be like, build a church where I saw Mother Mary and make it a church for her, right?
Where's this
So-
mystery at?
Yeah.
I fucking
Because
I
you know
don't
what?
remember.
Around my
I
house.
don't remember.
A bunch
Okay,
of churches
but
over there
here's the
start
thing:
popping up
in
real soon.
Africa, a lot of people do that in order to get money to be able to like kind of build, and a lot of cults
Oh, that's
have
pretty smart,
risen
yeah.
because of that
Wow.
in Africa. So,
What if they just start seeing like weird variations?
dude,
of
I saw Mother Mary dabbing at the GameStop, bro.
So you know somebody's gonna.
She saw Fortnite and she was like, "Oh, sick."
Oh my god.
Oh my
That was the most cringy bullshit I've ever done in my entire life. Forgive me, God, for I have sinned.
They're gonna see you on your fucking Mars interview. They're gonna see that. This guy's gonna dab on his spaceship. I don't fucking know. Get him out of here.
Hey yo, dabbing in
see?
zero gravity. Why hasn't anybody done that yet?
We'll stop pretty well while we can.
I don't know.
I hope there are ghosts on Mars.
I kind of wish, I really do hope there are.
Imagine you said there's like the Mary thing on Mars, they'll send you funds.
Hey yo, I saw Mother Mary.
They'll send you funds immediately.
No, it's a new planet. We're gonna colonize it a different way.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
New rules.
No more.
It's like starting a new server. Okay.
Dude, but here's the thing. That would actually validate demons, because if there's like a demon on Mars, like we build a Mars base, and all of a sudden this is a weird demon guy. It's like, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it is red, the planet is red.
Yeah, they'd be like, holy shit. They're
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
It would be, because then they'd be like, hey yo, ghosts, demons on Earth, they're on Mars now? What the fuck? That means that they're not human.
Yeah.
Has to be interdimensional. Going back to Warhammer 40k, like the entire chaos dimension thing, where like all the demons and chaos gods and all the shit that are in a different dimension are just because they're made because humans and every other alien species in that galaxy are inherently like, you know, violent and shit, right? They reach peaks of technology and advancement, and then they get too like succumbed by it, and then eventually they start like killing each other and shit, and that energy gets disposed into the other dimension, and those create these types of demons and shit.
To be honest,
That kind of makes sense.
Because think about it this way, like imagine like you're a child who's living in an abusive home or like in a really war-torn country or something like that.
Yeah, you're
All
gonna
this
have some
negativity,
unregulated ass energy.
It's gonna shape you into this person who's probably like, you know, very nihilistic and doesn't really give a shit about life, you know? And I think that's kind of true in the sense that, you know, like a lot of people fucking died burning a house.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some kind of like lingering
Like
energy or whatever there, right? I think that's a good pretty sick theory.
Sometimes the worst demons are humans.
yeah.
I think humans are way fucking worse than any ghosts I've seen in my life.
Yeah, legit.
I don't know. No,
I mean-
I've seen some weird.
I
I mean, there are definitely people.
Some
who
serial-
Toronto.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think I've ever heard of a ghost or a demon going on a serial killer.
Or like
That's right.
That's true,
Right?
right?
They go on a serial haunting spree.
Yeah.
And then they
That's
possess
what I was like-
little kids and then make them kill themselves and shit. So.
Speaking of
See,
possession,
again, I don't think I've never seen.
what do you
that.
think about possessing people? Because I see in Hindu like temples, they have
Oh,
this
yeah.
ritual where, you know, they try to
Oh,
basically
yeah, yeah.
like, they do a ritual in like I think it's Amman or
Yeah,
someone.
she gets
It's a
possessed
god.
or some
It
shit.
possesses usually a female, right, in the crowd, and they start doing the noise.
Is that how all demons sound like?
Apparently, they do that noise and they start going crazy, and like, she goes like out of control.
She's out of control.
A lot of these people are acting, but a lot of
She'd be like,
it's kind of weird because a lot of them are very.
The eyes are like all fucked.
yeah.
A lot of them are not like people would do this shit just for religion. They'd be like very timid, like regular women, like you know,
Yeah.
held back women, and then they go fucking ballistic and start doing.
But
weird
that
shit.
could just be like, they might literally just be like
mentally,
bipolar.
yeah, bipolar. Like, they might just get like a lot because you know how,
Like it's
crowd
a,
mentality.
yeah.
I feel like that's another thing because even before they go to the temple, be like, you know, if the opportunity arises, the dad would be like, yo, just go AWI for a second.
I don't know
Like
about
if
that.
you, because I remember like, I don't give a fuck about basketball, right? But like I pretty much watched that entire season where the Raptors won because these guys were all like, yo,
Yeah,
watch it,
that's
this is gonna be the one. And I was
It
like,
was.
alright, yeah, and it was the one, you know. But
Sure.
I remember, like me, doesn't get excited about this shit, like barely ever. I was losing my fucking mind, like
Yeah, no cap.
when we won, and it was literally because it was just super like cool that there was all these people hyping up, and I was like, eh, fuck it. I can't just be the only one being like,
Yeah, but not everyone's getting
I don't
possessed like
know
that in
what's
temple.
happening.
There's only that one
Yeah, it's only that one person.
Yeah. I don't know. The rest would feel like
imagine
some
one person
religious
gets
like
possessed and
further.
everyone else starts following.
The whole fucking country is in
The all of like fucking
They're just like
India and Sri
general-
Lanka was just like
couple days, their whole economy just crashes.
Modi's just running down the street.
He's like, India first. India first.
Oh my god. No, you'll be saying Hinduism first, bro.
But like, there's cases where kids get possessed.
Yeah, but again, it could be like a mental disorder. Oh yeah, fuck. Yo, how long have you been filming for?
106.
106? Alright.
Alright, it's time to go.
Karan heard too many things about ghosts and
Yeah,
yo,
dark right
yo, yeah, you better be careful, bro. There's a few ghosts in this.
I want to dodge some stuff.
Where's it like?
You want the cross?
It's on the side.
Yo, there's
It's like right on the side, yeah.
Finger banging.
Alright, everybody, we'll see you guys
That's our lights. That's our
on the
lights.
next podcast. You see our lights turning off? That's also a ghost. Right? Alright, fuck it. We fuck you guys. I mean, I love you guys.